Do we need to do this type of work? In the way that, do I need to eat dinner tonight? That's kind of what comes up for me. Do I need to eat dinner tonight? No, but kind of yes. I could go tonight without eating dinner and be all right. I could go a couple nights without eating dinner and be okay, but is that what's best for me? If I'm trying to really stay even in mood, regulated, calm in nervous system, peaceful in mind, thinking, not overthinking, then I've got to address all this deep psychology on the inside of me. This idea that adults are very comfortable with, that we are at one time in life a child, and then we hit a chronological age, and then we are adult. And then what happens to that child? Did my inner child die when I hit 18? Did it disappear? How do we go from child to adult? When we really step back and look at that, instead of just what we've all assumed is just you're an adult at one point and you're not a child, and like at one point you're a child and not an adult. When we really step back and look at it, no. In what's going on this year in 2020 between COVID, Black Lives Matter, as highly sensitive people, do you see what I see when I look out in the world? Because if I look online or if I look out in the world, a lot of what I'm seeing is bad behavior. Now, where does that bad behavior come from? Are those adults in their adult self? Calm, confident, competent? I see big bodies having temper tantrums. Someone shared a video online with me. It looked like a young son having to bear hug his big father and walk him out of a grocery store for screaming at people about masks. When I see that, I don't see adult behavior. I see a wounded inner child. That man couldn't get his way and pitched a fit. And his teenage child took on a parenting role. What happens to him? That inner adolescent, you've heard me talk about inner adolescent a lot, that his inner adolescent had to become a parent in that moment. So that actual adolescent was not in his adolescence managing his father that way, because his father was in his child. An old couples therapist of mine used to say, both people can't go crazy at the same time. You'll have to take turns. That was her little joke. And that's kind of what happens. Have you ever noticed that in life? That you might be losing it a little bit, starting to panic, but if you see somebody else really lose it, this calm can wash over. There's something very natural about us knowing as human beings that we can't all lose it at the same time. So if our inner child is coming out a lot, it also puts other people in the position to take care of us in ways that aren't the greatest for anybody. And it tends to compound our issues. I know years ago when I was getting very triggered very often, I'd be irritable or I'd snap. And it's not my higher self. It's not the innate nature of who I am as a human being, who I was born to be, who I am naturally. That is my nervous system being raw. Learning how to soothe it is exactly what I needed. And that's Christina's question. Do you really need to do this work? I can't say need in the same way I can't say I need to eat dinner tonight. But I can say I'm way better off if I consistently eat dinner every night. And inner child work, I highly recommend for highly sensitive people and empaths and survivors of childhood trauma. The trauma gets stuck in us where it happens. That's the idea.